Quote, "Shortly after the end of the campaign in France, I received a telephone call from the office of the Führer's adjutant. I was to come to headquarters for a few days for a special purpose. Hitler had set up temporary headquarters in the small village of Beaulieu-le-Pêche, near Sedan. The village had been cleared of all inhabitants. The generals and adjutants were established in the small houses that lined the single village street. Hitler's own quarters in no way differed from those of the others. At my arrival he greeted me in the best of humours. 'In a few days we are flying to Paris. I'd like you to be with us. Brecker and Giesler are coming along also.' With that I was dismissed for the present, astonished that the victor had sent for 3 artists to accompany him on his entry into the French capital. That same evening I was invited to dine with Hitler's military circle. Details of the trip to Paris were discussed. This was not to be an official visit, I learned, but a kind of art tour by Hitler. This was the city, as he had so often said, which had fascinated him from his earliest years, so that he thought he would be able to find his way about the streets and important monuments as if he had lived there, solely from his endless studies of its plans. The armistice was to go into effect at 1:35 a.m. on June 25, 1940. That night we sat with Hitler round a deal table in the simple room of a peasant house. Shortly before the agreed time, Hitler gave orders to turn out the light and open the windows. Silently we sat in the darkness, swept by the sense of experiencing a historic event so close to the author of it. Outside, a bugler blew the traditional signal for the end of fighting. A thunderstorm must have been brewing in the distance, for as in a bad novel, occasional flashes of heat lightning shimmered through the dark room. Someone, overcome by emotion, blew his nose. Then Hitler's voice sounded, soft and unemphatic. "This responsibility." And a few minutes later, "Now switch on the light." The trivial conversation continued, but for me it remained a rare event. I thought I had for once seen Hitler as a human being. End quote.